Hello, I'm Andrew MacLeod and welcome to this, the 12th in the series of coronavirus podcasts for the Global Thinkers Forum. In this podcast, I'm going to be a little bit angry. I'm going to be angry at one of the greatest allies my country has ever had. I'm an Australian and British dual national, mainly Australian. And one of the greatest allies we have ever had has been the United States. And today, I'm angry at the United States. Never before has a system of government faced such a challenge and failed so miserably. The coronavirus death toll in the United States is 100 times per head of population that in Australia. At the time of recording, Australia had a death rate when confronting the coronavirus so low that we have only recorded 103 deaths in total for a population of 26 million people. The United States is well in excess of 100,000, even taking into account the population difference. That is a death rate per head of population 100 times Australia's. There is only one word to explain that difference: incompetence. The United States could have done what Australia did. It could have locked down its borders. It could have created a collaborative partnership between the state and federal governments. It could have realised this is a crisis that needs to be solved. But not everything can be put at the feet of Donald Trump. There is a libertarian bent in the United States that's far more libertarian than Australia. There's an old saying, 80% of Australia and the United States are similar and very, very similar. The 20% that's different is very, very different. In Florida today, at the time of recording of this podcast, we have seen people arguing against the wearing of masks, saying it was prohibiting the God-given breathing mechanism for human beings. God did not create things for us to die. Certainly, if you're a believer in Christ and God, you wouldn't think he invents things for us to deliberately die. So why is it that somehow a safe, sensible health precaution, wearing masks, is now against God? We keep forgetting that rights have a corresponding obligation. If you have a right to liberty, it's based on your obligation not to impose on other people's liberty. It's a balance. Libertarianism doesn't mean you can do anything you want whenever you want. You have to understand the impact on other people. And that leads me neatly to this point. You might say, if America is screwing this up royally, why is it your concern as an Australian British person? And the reason is this: no country is in isolation. This virus has been circulating around the world and will continue to circulate around the world unless and until every country gets it under control. So if the United States does not get this virus under control, it will impact on Australia and Britain and everywhere else economically, and all the good work we're doing. Australia keeping the virus under control at just over 100 deaths means nothing if we can't open up our borders to travel and trade, and we can't open up our borders to travel and trade if other countries don't have it under control as well. So I'm angry at American incompetence, the incompetence of the national government, and libertarianism taking things too far. Libertarianism is about understanding your rights and your freedom to do what you wish, so long as it doesn't impact on others. So I say to the people in the United States, wear your masks, do your social distancing, listen to the sensible voices in your country that want to bring this virus under control. Never before has a country faced a virus and failed so miserably. Never before has a country faced any crisis and failed so miserably. And because that failure impacts directly on me in Australia, on others in the United Kingdom, on every other country in the world, economically and in health terms. Because it impacts on us, because of your inability to handle this, I am tonight angry. This is Andrew MacLeod, 12th in the series of coronavirus podcasts for the Global Thinkers Forum.